It's your girl MC Beauty live outside of 5015 Houston, Texas with the one and only B Cox.
Yeah.
B Cox. You don't understand.
I'm just here, man.
No, you're not just here. You're not just here. You're everywhere. But while I got you here, I'm going to ask you, how did the hip hop culture influence you into doing everything you do as a producer?
Well, I mean, I grew up in the culture. I grew up in the height of it. So I'll be 44 on Wednesday. So 44 years old. I grew up in the height of what the culture was as a DJ, as a person who really embodied what the culture was, and also as a church musician and all these different things that inspired me and producers inspired me. So it just feels great to see it blossom the way it has.
So let me ask you, when you're making a beat, right? Do you hear an artist like, yo, this beat fits so-and-so, or do you just make it and then you're like, I got to give it to this person?
It depends.
Because all I hear is Mary J. Blige, like that, man.
It really literally depends. Like, it doesn't, like, sometimes it happens that way, sometimes it doesn't. Creativity, you can't, it's fluid. Sometimes it's like, oh, I got a song for Usher.
Right.
Sometimes it's just like I just got joints and then hopefully it fit.
Right.
Doesn't matter. You know, it's really random. You know what I mean?
So when you started DJing, were you on the TR-808 and the TR-809? Did you rock with the TR-808?
I'm 44. When I started DJing, it was nothing but two turntables in the mixer.
In the mix.
And crates of records.
Right.
You know what I mean? When I came up. So I didn't, the new shit everybody got with the controllers and shit, I didn't come up on that. I came up with two turntables in the mixer, you know what I mean? Late 80s, early 90s, that's what I came up at.
So who inspired you as a producer?
Teddy Riley, Jimmy Jam, Taylor Lewis, Babyface, Jermaine Dupri, Puffy, Hitman, Chicka Thompson. Teddy Riley is like my #1 inspiration.
For sure, for sure. Versus, who would you want to see next?
I like to see them do producers.
Yes.
I'm kind of,
like Rodney Jerks, Dallas Austin, B Cox.
Whatever. You know what I mean?
We gotta drop
whatever
you in there.
Whatever they want to do. I'd rather see producers though. I'd rather them do producers. I feel like they got away from the essence of what Versus really is intended for. But big up to Timbaland and Swiss because they turned this into a multi-million-dollar business.
Yes.
So I can't, you have to acknowledge that. And they have to do what they have to do to make the business continue to be a big business.
Right.
But I feel like they should still give the people, and we talk about it. I talk to Swiss frequently, and the people who's down with Versus frequently. So I'm in the loop. So we have these conversations all the time. But I feel like it's great doing the artists. It's great what they're doing with these legendary artists and giving them a platform.
Yes.
But I feel like producers. It started with producers and writers. I think that we should still have a lane for them, even if it's something different. Even if it's not the headline, you know what I mean? If they have something for producers and songwriters, I think that's something special because I feel like people who didn't know about Dream and Sean Garrett, that was the first one.
Yep.
And I feel like people, Dream and Sean Garrett are known as songwriters.
Yes.
They weren't artists, they weren't like big, and people got to know about them.
For sure.
Jonte and Neo, I think people got to know like Jonte as a songwriter and Neo as a songwriter.
Right.
I feel like T-Pain and Lil Jon, I got to know them as producers and creators. I feel like that is that currency is invaluable. So I would like to see more producers and songwriters. They can still do the big artists, but do producers and songwriters too.
Yes, because without producers and songwriters, there would be no hits, right? I mean, really? Seriously?
Yeah.
Let them know. You guys heard it right here from B Cox, right here, Texas, ATL. We're gonna get you an ATL too. We coming to your studio.
Well, listen. You probably catch me better here than in Atlanta because I'm between here and LA now.
Okay.
Atlanta, I want to go there to see about my son, so I'm low key in Atlanta. But between here and LA, you might catch me better here. You know what I mean? Right. So you might catch me more here. You know what I'm saying? Well,
Hip Hop RNA and Real2Reel TV both caught you right here in Houston, Texas, outside of 5015. We got Bean Siegel and Freeway.
It's going down. They're performing right now. I'm gonna go back in because I want to see them perform. I don't want to miss the show.
And we gotta go. We gotta go.
Holla, holla.
Yes.